Hi children, this is Venkatamna. Today's class, ninth class physical science chapter, ninth class physical science motion chapter. In that motion chapter, we are going to discuss now equations of motion of a body what we call under gravity. Whenever a body is under gravity, then what are the equations of motion that we are discussing? Now, first of all, what are the equations of motion of a body which is moving on earth with uniform acceleration? That are, we can tell that they are number one, v is equals to u plus at. Number two, we can able to tell that s is equals to ut plus half at square. S is equals to ut plus half at square. Third one, we can tell that v square minus u square is equals to 2as. In that, what you are substitute the conditions? Whenever a body is under gravity means either it will be thrown upwards or freely falling. When it thrown upwards, since it is moving against the gravity, its velocity gradually decreases. At last, whenever it reaches to certain maximum height, its velocity becomes zero. Its velocity becomes zero. Now, whenever it is freely falling, that means in that case, acceleration a is minus g. Why will tell a is minus g? Since it is moving against the gravity, we will tell a is equals to minus g. Now in that case, what is final velocity v? V will be 0. Final velocity v is equals to 0. Why? Its velocity gradually decreases. Whenever it reaches to certain maximum height, its velocity becomes 0. That means v will be equal to 0. Now initial velocity will have, whenever it is a freely falling, its initial velocity will be 0. To drop a body, it doesn't require any velocity. Simply if you drop, because of Earth's gravity, it starts falling. That means acceleration due to gravity will be plus g and u will be 0. And s we are substitute as a h. Then that we substituted, when you substituted that equations, we got that equations as v is equals to u plus r minus gt, h is equals to ut plus r minus half gt square, and v square minus u square is equals to plus r minus 2gh. In that way, we got the equation of motion of a body which is under gravity. Now, time of ascent and time of descent. Time of ascent, time of descent. Time of ascent. What is meant by a time of ascent? Time of ascent means the time taken by a thrown upwards body. The time taken by a thrown upwards body. The time taken by a thrown upwards body to reach certain maximum height. That is known as time of ascent. Time of ascent. The time taken by a thrown upwards body to reach maximum height. That we will call it as a time of ascent. So simply, what is the time of ascent? Time taken by a thrown upwards body, thrown upwards body, thrown upwards object to reach certain maximum height, that we will call it as time of ascent. What do you say? Time of ascent. Now from which equations we can able to derive the time of ascent? That's the question. Which equations we can derive from time of ascent? We have equations v is equals to u plus at, or we have already equations for body under gravity. Now what are the equations we have for a body under gravity? V is equals to u plus r minus gt, h is equals to ut plus r minus half gt square, v square minus u square is equals to plus r minus 2gh. From these three derivations, from these three equations, which is useful for us to know about time of ascent? Wherever we have time, that are useful. Since the third equation doesn't have a t term, it is not useful. From these two, we have to derive. Now here, first from second equation, we should know h also. Before throwing a object, can you know how much maximum height it reaches? That means h is an unknown factor for us. Only u is known factor. And however, we have to find formula for t. So this is also, what do you say, not useful to derive time of ascent. And what is useful? V is equal to u plus r minus gt. Here V means final velocity whenever it reaches maximum height. What is the final velocity whenever it reaches maximum height? It will be 0. What is starting velocity? Will be certain starting velocity. So consider now, let the time taken, let the time of ascent be, what you have to assume? B, TA you assume. Now consider, which equation you have to consider? Only you have to consider this equation. Why not these two? Since it doesn't involve any time taken by a body, since it is for this, h we should know, whereas h is an unknown factor whenever we are throwing any object upwards. So consider V is equals to u plus r minus gt. This you have to consider and you have to try to derive. Whenever a body thrown upwards, what are the conditions we have? V is equal to 0, A is equal to minus g. These are the conditions. So let us substitute that conditions. Since V is equal to 0 and A is minus g, that we have to substitute. Therefore, V is equal to 0. V0 is equals to u minus gt. Then minus gt bring here. Gt is equal to u. Then g shift to right side. T is A. TA is equals to u by g. That means time taken by a body to reach certain maximum height. Is given by formula. Time of ascent TA is equal to u by g. That means we know that g is constant. So u is only variable. That means how much time it will take whenever you throw a body to reach certain maximum height. It depends upon initial velocity. Therefore, what you can tell? Time of ascent is directly proportional to initial velocity. What does it mean? If we give huge initial velocity, the body can able to reach maximum height more and it will take more time to reach certain maximum height. If you give less initial velocity, less starting velocity, it will take less time to reach maximum height. So please note down. Now, we will discuss regarding time of descent. Now, what is under time of descent? Time taken by a freely falling body to reach the earth. is known as time of descent. So for time of descent also, we have to derive one formula, time of descent. So what is the formula for time of descent? What is the formula for time of descent? So what is time of descent? Time of descent. Time taken by a body, time taken by a body, time taken by a freely falling object, freely, time taken by a freely falling object, freely falling object, freely falling object, freely falling object to reach the ground, to touch the ground, to touch the ground. That is known as time of descent, time of descent. Again here also which equations you have to consider? V is equal to u plus r minus gt, h is equals to ut minus plus r minus half gt square, and v square minus u square is equals to plus r minus 2gh. Now let us assume that let the time of descent, let the time of descent be Td. Then we are assuming Td. Now which equations we have to consider? Again this is not useful because it is not all involving time. Only we can consider these two. But initial velocity of freely falling body is 0 whenever you are dropping any object. But here we should know final velocity. Before dropping an object, we don't know how much time it will take. We don't know how much what will be its final velocity while touching the ground. So this also unknown for us. Here V is unknown for us because final velocity of a freely falling body while touching the ground is unknown for us. So we can able to consider now, what we can able to consider? Consider h is equals to ut plus r minus half gt square. This we have to consider. Now what you have to substitute here? Initial velocity is 0, g is plus g. That we have to substitute. So h is equals to 0 into t plus half gt square, half gt square. Then Td, we will write Td. Then bring this half to here, you will get 2h is equal to gtd square. Now g also bring here, 2h by g is equals to td square. Now td square is equals to, now substitute h formula. What is h formula? U square by 2g by g. In the place of h we are substituting h max formula. What is h max? Since we will write, since h is equals to u square by 2g, that we substituted. 2 cancel, td square is equals to u square by g into g square. So td is equal to under root u by g whole square. This we are writing as whole square, square cancel. Td is equal to u by g. That means time of descent is also equals to u by g. That means time of descent is also directly proportional to initial velocity. It also directly proportional to initial velocity because G is constant, U is initial velocity. So it also directly proportional to initial velocity. Now done. So have you observed or not? Time of ascent and time of descent formula is same and both are directly proportional to initial velocity. Now we will go for time of flight. Time of flight. Time of flight. What is the time of flight? The time an object remains in air. The total time an object remains in air is known as time of flight. The time in which an object remains in air, that is known as time of flight. Time of flight. What is time of flight? The time an object which remains in air, that is known as time of flight. If a body thrown upwards, how much time it will be in air? That we will call it as time of ascent. From same height if you drop, we will call it as a time of descent. So totally how much time it will be in air? So time of flight is equals to time of ascent plus time of descent. Time of flight is equals to time of ascent plus time of descent. That means TF is equals to TA plus TD. What is TA formula? U by G. TD formula also U by G. So G is LCM. U plus U. 2U by G. This is the time of flight. So how much time it will remain in air? That also depends upon initial velocity. So time of flight, the time in which the body remains in air, the time an object which remains in air. Flight is nothing but air. So how much time it will remain in air? That we will call it as time of flight. So what is the time of flight formula? Time of flight is summation of time of ascent and time of descent. Therefore, time of flight is equals to TA plus TD. TA formula U by G, TD formula U by G. So, time of flight is equal to U plus U by G. That is TU by G. So, please note down. So in this way, time of ascent is equal to time of descent, and time of flight is twice the time of ascent or twice the time of descent. Thank you.